Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Video Game Choo Choo podcast. I'm John, and unfortunately for everyone here who listened to last week's episode specifically because it was wild and sexual, this week is going to be less,
chaste.
At least. I wouldn't say chaste.
I have put on my chastity belt. I have swallowed the key. No one's ever getting to me ever again.
I feel like that's not.
I've locked my
I feel like that's not chaste.
Horny away forever.
Yeah, alright. Solon, you just let it all out, I guess, huh? Yep. You're alright. Good for you. Spencer, you are also here.
Although I think I might have to go now if we're going to do a chaste podcast. I wasn't informed of this.
I was saying I can't promise that. This podcast is not chaste. I'm just saying it's not going to be wild like last week.
Yeah, we're not getting wet and wild over here.
Yeah, not this week. In another 67 episodes. We'll see. Elvie, you are also here to round out the crew.
I'm also here. I do not have a chastity belt on, so I can't make any promises either way.
Alright.
Well, the invitation's always open.
You got a spare one? Like, what?
Yep, just rock it around, you know, for when this one gets too chafy.
Wait.
All right.
Is it like a Roger Rabbit thing where you're just like, oh man, I'm sick of this, and then you just step out of it and put the other one on, but then like in any other chance you're just like, I can't take this off. I can only do it when it's funny.
Hold on, I hope you're not offering a used spare chastity belt.
Yeah, what would that entail? That just means a lot. If you have a used, like if you're going on eBay or on Craigslist and you find used chastity belt.
Isn't the point of it that nothing is being used? That it's, containing?
It's still probably
I can only
sweaty.
imagine it being it's a belt. Yeah, so sweat, but hopefully nothing else, just sweat, which could be washed
Yeah, you just
off.
hose it down. Yeah.
The pig iron has like slightly discolored, like green color on the inside.
Well,
All right, we need to stop right here because save it for a year and a half from now or however long. I don't know math.
You want me to hold it in for how
stop.
long?
You're fucking
68 weeks?
All right, moving on.
Yeah, all right. Let's move on, please. Solon, you're on timeout, so you're gonna wait a little bit.
he's wearing the belt. He's already in timeout.
I'm timed out.
I'm not gonna be able to say anything tonight. Spencer, what's going on with you? Let's check in with you. What's interesting? What's going on? What's in the news?
Okay, so I have played a Mario Maker.
Hey, nice.
That's crazy.
Like, there was the first one that came out on the Wii U, completely missed me by. I wasn't super interested. The second one came out like a month or two ago. Everybody really likes it. I'm here to tell you that it's bullshit, and you probably already know why. Because I loaded up that Mario Maker 2, and I was like, alright, I'm going to make a level. And I was like, the Switch does not have a stylus. Let me go grab my 3DS one. Doesn't work. So I had to go spend 2 hours making a Mario with my fingers, which is the worst feeling imaginable.
Wait, the stylus doesn't work?
My stylus doesn't work on the Switch for whatever reason. Granted, I have like what would you call it? Like an aftermarket stylus? Because I lost the default one. Or maybe this is just the default one.
Really? That's bizarre. I haven't used a stylus on it, but you might, yeah.
Try making a Mario Maker level in a game where it's like, oh, this really could use a stylus, and your stylus doesn't work. It's not ideal.
No, you're just smudging your stubby little finger right into the screen and feeling weird about it.
Mm-hmm.
That was the conflict that I had with it too, was like, do I use the controller or do I use the screen? Because I don't want to touch my screen, but also using the controller has a learning curve to it.
Yeah, I'm playing it like with the portable mode of Switch, in my so I can lay down in my bed.
Yep.
But it's not great. And I also don't really like the controls for like making stuff, but maybe that's better if I were using a controller. But yeah, I spent 2 hours making a level. It was fun, and I got to experience like, oh, I want to make this super difficult, but this means I have to do the bullshit.
What did you do? Did you find any gimmicks that you really liked?
I made a giant skull, as you'd expect.
Yes.
And then you go up to the top of the skull, and then you go in, and that goes to like the second level. And then it's basically just going to be like a gauntlet, and you have to collect like the little key coins.
Oh, so you made a skull duplex.
Yeah. So.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. The skull itself is like a dungeon that you have to go in and out of.
Yeah, basically.
Sick.
But it's fun. I'm gonna do more of it. So, but yeah, it's certainly a Mario Maker. I'm kind of surprised they didn't do this sooner. Like back in Mario Maker 1, like when that came out. When that came out, I was like, yeah, why didn't they do this sooner? And now that I'm getting my hands on it, finally, I'm like, yeah, they should have done this a long time ago.
I always thought it was so shocking that Mario Maker even exists, because what other like media format of any kind would give you the tools to making their stuff? Because it's all cutesy and fun to say like, oh, you're so smart about Mario, why don't you make it yourself? Like, that's great and all, but like, no, they literally gave you the Mario engine and blocks and everything, which is like such a like, anywhere else that would be like dangerous IP or something, or like trade secret that they never would want out in the wild. But Nintendo just is balls out with it, and so it always shocks me that Mario Maker even exists as a concept. That they would be like secure in their stuff to put that out there.
When's a Zelda Maker? When's a Kirby Maker? That's my question.
A Kirby Maker would totally be possible, yeah.
Because like those games are really like, well, when I say Zelda game is easy, I mean like the top down, like the old style Zeldas, not the 3D ones, of course. But I mean the gameplay is simplistic enough that you don't have to be too fancy with stuff.
That's the other thing is like, I would expect there to be like a reaction to the Mario Maker explosion, but there just hasn't yet. There hasn't been at all. I don't know, like what would Sonic ever be like, yeah, make a Sonic Maker. And I'm like, no, I don't think Sega would ever feel comfortable putting that out there. Because like, then you have people making bootleg Sonic levels and things that are not to the Sonic design mainframe. And the other part of it is now, how does a new Mario game come out? How does a new 2D Mario game come out that doesn't in some way interact with the Mario Maker culture? Like where shell jumping is a thing, and where Kaizo levels and auto Mario levels are like a part of the culture now of 2D Mario as we know it. It's tainted the experience. It's tainted 2D Mario in a way that is freaking cool as hell, but also really hard to get back from. Like, they opened that Pandora's box.
Yeah, it's also interesting because to backpedal a bit, like how did how did Mario Maker come about? Was this in response to like just the phenomena of people modding and like emulating Mario games and making these crazy Kaizo levels like way prior to this, and like how all those like kind of trended and became viral on like on like Japanese, on like Asian, East Asian social media like Weibo or like Nico Nico Doga, stuff like that, and that percolated in the Japanese fan community, and then eventually segued, and of course it was kind of simultaneous to like even in the American gaming community and the Western gaming community. Like, did that inspire Nintendo? Like, I don't know if Nintendo ever had a specific response to those kinds of things. If they did, I'm not sure.
That's why it's awesome. It's a weird thing to even exist. Like, if Pizza Hut was like, all right, if you think you can make a better pizza, here's all of our ingredients. Make your own Pizza Hut pizza, and you can put it in our Pizza Hut box and give it to your friends. I
mean, don't they have that?
Do they have that? Maybe that's a bad metaphor.
I know Domino's has that.
Yeah, you could probably share a recipe. I don't know.
But they don't really like give out like the recipes for like how they make the stuff. They just let you put the stuff together, which I guess is what Mario Maker is. You don't get to code your own Mario like jump physics in Mario Maker 2. I will say it's the most fun I've had with a 2D Mario game since Super Mario Land 2 6 Golden Coins, which was a long time ago.
What? Wow. Okay, yeah. That was a long time ago. That's a lot of 2D Mario that you don't like.
It's like my first Mario was Super Mario 64. So I like the 3D Marios more often than the 2D ones.
Anytime I get to touch Super Mario World in a new way is amazing to me. That's what I'm there for.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Mario Maker's good. I just wish I could use my stylus with it.
Mm-hmm. You should use your stylus with it. That's really crappy that the Switch doesn't read that.
That's a pain. Wow.
It's real rough. I'm sorry. Elvie, what's going on with you? You've got your dating sims. What's up with your dating sims? Oh,
we're gonna start off with the dating sim hour.
Why not?
Okay, sure, I'll go into that.
Let's go.
So,
it's episode 69 for 2.
Surprise.
This is, in actuality, part 2 for us losers who were not on the previous episode. So anyway, we're making up for it.
Solon's running around frantically trying to find the key for his chastity belt.
Gotta loosen this thing.
Didn't you swallow it? Did you eat it?
Mr. Love. I want to hear about Mr. Love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all right. Mr. Love, aka producer, whatever. Mr. Love, the mobile otome game I've been playing on the regular. So a couple weeks ago, it was a character's birthday. Woohoo! I forgot to say that. It's okay. It's the flying cop. It was the flying cop's birthday.
Oh God,
it's fine.
The cop that flies. Well, happy birthday.
Oh, he's voiced by Claude in Horny Houses. His voice actor.
Claude. Wow.
Yeah. So, and come here. It's like, oh yeah, I can hear it. Though, nonetheless, yeah. The voice actor seems very interactive with his fans, and that's nice. He seems really nice. Like, but he's really loving Claude, so it's like all up on his Twitter. If you look through it, it's really funny. So do check him out and support him. Yeah, Mr. Love recently introduced ASMR as a thing you can get in the game. Oh, geez, very dangerous. It's though the thing about it is when they were promoting it, like yeah, you can get like a free first package deal. Well, not even really a package. You can get like one file to download, and I guess have this man whisper sweet nothings if you're sleeping or need to calm down. Sure, people need that.
Is this like the other mobile dating sims where they like basically call you on your phone to like whisper these things into your ear?
No, so the thing about this game, calling is a normal mechanic, and that's the thing that's like story driven. So when you complete stages and chapters, etc., whatever you call it, you'll get like a random phone call trigger event, like, oh yeah, they'll call you up. And of course, you can't just hold your phone like a real phone call. It's not going to work that way. You have to like still tap it. You still have to tap it with the dial box and everything. But it's cool because again, like the English version, everything is fully English voice acted so far. Actually, the English version, which is what the version I've been playing, has recently added new chapters. So I think up to this point, it is actually caught up with the Chinese and Japanese versions of the game. So that's exciting. But like a game like Mystic Messenger, if one recalls, Mystic Messenger is a Korean developed game. So the voice acting is in Korean and there's no English. So they're literally, the call mechanic is cool, but then you literally cannot emulate the idea of like holding the phone up to your face because you cannot understand what they're saying unless you know Korean. Hangul, basically, specifically. But the ASMR thing is a separate thing. You can just, it has nothing to do with the story of the game. It's nothing that trigger, like, it's literally that, you can just download recordings the voice actors voluntarily did. Just reading things like, reading a book to you, or like ASMR for sleeping. And the whole thing about it though is that I think it's an entirely premium feature. There is no way to unlock more things in the ASMR.
Genius.
Yeah. There's no way. I don't think so far there's nothing indicating that I can unlock more like audio files just by my progression of the game or like what I do. I think it's actually a premium feature, and that's how they get you. So it's actually something I think you have to buy with the premium currency in the game. Well, actually, no. No, yeah, that's the problem. I don't think you can buy it with the premium currency in game, which are diamonds. There's coins and diamonds. Coins is like the regular in-game currency, and the diamonds is the currency for like the premium stuff. But you can still get that in game if you're just patient. You don't have to. Again, I have not spent a single dime on this game yet.
So wait, you're telling me that I can go play Mr. Love and have Claude from Fire Emblem whisper in my ear.
But you have to pay for it because I don't think...
Oh, that's fine. That's not the problem here. Don't try to like skip around this. He will whisper reading books and nice things in my ear, and all I have to do is look past the fact that he's a flying cop.
Yes.
I think I can.
Yes. It's really funny that the reception to this was weirdly divided. It was not as positive I think they would expect it, and neither did I expected. So like
people didn't like this, or they didn't like it behind a paywall.
No, it was not even the paywall. Like, listen, people are spending money on this game. I am playing this game, and I'm pretty sure like some of the accounts I encounter and I get matched up with, I'm like, there is no way this person did not spend a single dime to like get this far in the scoreboard. Like, there is no way. You paid money to get these rarer cards faster. Like, there is no way.
You're sizing up the other people that you're playing the Mr. Love with. You spent money on this.
No, well, there actually is, like, matchups. There's matchups in the game. But I'll go into that. But still, back on the ASMR thing. Yeah, so you can... Yeah, that's the thing. So the reception, like, they're very active on social media, and it's cool. Like, the developers seem active, like, also on their other games they did, which is also Love Nikki. But it's interesting, like, these two games are have very active Facebook pages, and I don't really know if that's something I can also say for other mobile games specifically.
Probably. Facebook advertising's really good with mobile dating sim stuff.
Yeah, Instagram also. I wouldn't, like, if I check their Instagram page, I'm sure they also have, like, a great, like, actually receptive comments. You know, they do things like, oh yeah, comment here, and then, you know, they do giveaway stuff, that sort of thing. But like, yeah, based on like the Facebook comments, so I'm just gauging out that, like, people were divided about it because, you know, one, it's not the paywall at all. As we've established, people will spend money for this game. A lot of money for these pretty boys. But one, some people don't like the English voice acting. That's what I laughed at. I was like, well, okay, that makes sense. That's fine. That's totally fine. They feel weird about it. Some people think the Japanese voice acting is sexier. That's fine. You're valid. But I know that just killed me. That was funny. Some people were just like, people were literally asking like, is there going to be a Japanese language voice acting version in the future? That killed me. The second one was
amazing.
The second one was like legit criticism of like the composition of like the structure of the ASMR stuff available so far. People were legit like, people were legit like, the dialogue's confusing, or there isn't like a narrative. Like, that was literally a thing. people had high high standards for like their ASMR experiences. They wanted like, narratives, or like they wanted like less.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
From what I listened so far, it does make sense because the dialogue seems very random, and like it's hard to imagine like okay, so far, like, the free thing they give you is Lucien. Lucien is the scientist who looks like he can murder you because he has very mysterious motives, but that's the one you get for free so far. And yeah, the dialogue just is what you expect. It's like, a guy, handsome-looking guy, like, telling you sweet nothings. But yeah, it seems a little random. It doesn't seem like there's, like... there is no suggestion you're like in a date right now. There isn't really like there isn't like a suggestion direction as to like what's going on that you're supposed to imagine in your head. But I guess people just want more narrowed focus like in these like audio files. But it's ASMR. I mean, I don't know what to like. What else can I say about it? It's like, well, it's actually honestly, it's pretty cool that they're doing this. Like let's be frank, it's pretty cool. And well, I don't know about cool, but like I think it's like a really strong strategy that they're like, well, this will be a premium feature thing. I mean, I can't really say any other dating sims or otome games that like have done a similar thing. I definitely do recall. I mean, I mean, for one, in the game, like, again, the phone call thing is an in-game mechanic. You can go back and listen to those audio files, but the ASMR thing, again, is a separate thing, and that's like a whole, that's a whole experience, however long these files are. I can't really say any other dating sim game or, like, any game similar that lets you, that has such an aspect to it, and it makes sense, I guess, also for being on the phone. I definitely recall, like, early beginnings of the the smartphone. Maybe not even the smartphone. I feel like I recall seeing, like, apps like these, like, on flip phones or, like more advanced, like, flip phones at that point. But, like, yeah, like, apps where you have, it's not a real dating sim, but it's just, like, a picture of a pretty guy, and there's just audio files you can play of him. Like, I definitely recall, like,
Hell
weird,
yeah.
like, I definitely recall sleeping boyfriend apps, like, much early on, and, like, they haven't really came back since. Like, there was just a gap of, like, that's interesting. Maybe there is an ASMR market going on in the mobile shop.
So you're telling me
but I don't know
that we're back to the toll-free number, but now it's an app that I just pay a couple bucks, and I get the audio files in my phone to listen to a hot guy whisper things to me.
I love how your brain went exactly where my brain went.
Yep.
Maybe
Dial 1-900 Mr. Love.
Maybe so. Like, hey,
It's a match made in heaven. I don't see
Right.
how
get that
This is
instant
perfect.
gratification. Well,
it prints money.
but yeah, I'm not sure actually if there's like I think there definitely is, like, because for a while I've tried those, like, tranquility and, like, stress free, like, stress relieving, like, just I just went through a phase of trying those. There's definitely like a lot of ASMR, like, apps like that, but they're more so like, calming and helping you sleep. I don't know about ones in terms of, like, enticing certain, like, romantic feelings, where, like, here's a rhetorical like, fake girlfriend or fake boyfriend, like, here, like, that you can just listen in for this hour of, like, voice acting. I don't know. This is so I definitely recall, like, sleeping boyfriend or, like, girlfriend helping you sleep stuff, like, in high school. That was, like, a while ago. But so this is the first time in a long while where I've seen this approached again in a new way. So interested to see where it goes from here.
I'm just thinking, like, lo-fi anime boyfriends to relax and study to.
Right. They're studying with you, so you hear, like, like the pencil scratching against paper. Yeah.
That's good. All right, Solon.
Sorry, what?
Hello.
I got
Solon.
really excited. I also played a dating sim.
I figured. Yeah, you can go ahead and talk about your dating sim too if you wish.
Yay!
The belt is off.
It is off.
Stop! It's the wrong episode.
So I got to talk about Arcade Spirits. This game came out last year, and I'm still playing it. It's been over a year and a half later, and I finally figured out what it is about it that gets me so much, because unlike a lot of other dating sims, there's just the conflict is not about the dating. The beautiful men and women in this game give you no resistance whatsoever in the plot to, like, trying to get with them, even though y'all are coworkers, and there's just all the drama is about running an arcade. There's just a lot of drama in running an arcade. It's a stressful place, and it's all about basically not having a track of how you want to live your life, because you are unemployed, and then an arcade employs you, and you're just trying to put your life together, and then there's hot guys and girls everywhere. And I finally realized what this is like, and it's like a normal ass dating sim, like what we used to play in, like, 2009, I guess, and even before then, the normal harem dating sim, where there's just in those games there's just a bunch of girls around, and they're all, like, bubbly cute, and then after that, the reaction to that was like, hey, all these girls, I'm not into this. This is too much. So there's the reverse harem dating sim, right? Which sounds like there's 8 protagonists and one person, but it's there's a bunch of guys and one girl, and this became called the otome genre, where you play as a girl and there's a bunch of guys. Arcade Spirits is not like an otome dating sim, because an otome dating sim, usually that gender dichotomy of playing as a girl with a bunch of guys forces the dynamics to be very different because the power dynamics are different, where all of these guys carry a lot of drama and energy with them, and the protagonist, the girl, is usually doing stuff in reaction to whatever they're doing. And Arcade Spirits is not like that. So it's like a inverse harem dating sim. It's basically the bisexual harem gamer anime dating sim. And I got to this because last week I got to chapter 4, which is the beach episode, where we all go to the beach, which is explicitly so that everyone can take off their clothes and hang out on the beach. And this was my first time streaming the game live on Twitch, and it was a lot. It was a whole lot for everyone, because that game does not have nerds in it. It does not have goths in it. Well, that's not even fair. It does have a nerd in it who has the body of a Adonis. He takes off his accounting clothes, puts on his swimsuit, and it's like, oh mama.
Yep, hot nerd trope.
Oh baba. And he goes out and plays volleyball with the hardcore gamer chick, who also, and you just watch him play volleyball.
And everyone's just hot. Is that what?
Everyone's just hot.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's when I was like, oh, right, the drama isn't about them. So this beach episode, I don't feel like a lot is progressing with like these character interactions, because it's beach episode. It's just them doing silly stuff without clothes on. And I'm like, where's the drama? And it's like, oh, right, the drama's not here because I'm the drama. It's the main character of this game is where all the drama is, and it's the beach episode. So we're taking a break. And yeah, that's also the confession episode. That's it's in the same chapter where you finally confess your love to whichever character you want to date. And because that Arcade Spirits has a 2-dimensional like love token system, where it's like you put like kindness coins into whatever person you want to date, but also you put kindness coins into yourself based on what personality you want to develop. And so I'm making a character who is bold, as opposed to silly or kind or smart. And so my bold character is going to be dating the dancing guy. His specialty is Dance Revolution. That's my gamer boyfriend. And this is a normal thing, I swear. But I figured he'd want a bold boyfriend in turn, and so that's the route I took. It's kind of a really cool 2-dimensional system in that way, where you put coins into yourself, but you also put coins into the person you want to date. It's like just one extra step in there that makes all the difference.
I'm looking at the character designs for Arcade Spirits, and yeah, everybody is an attractive people game.
They're such attractive people game. And that is probably the only thing that I would look at that'd be like, yeah, this might be off-putting to certain people. But then I was like, oh, right, that's because this is for me. This is for like big bro bisexual energy that it's just like, you know what? I'm going to just dive into a conventionally extremely hyper attractive group of video gamers who have very nice bodies, all of them. A lot of abs. I was in chat stream. They all wanted the accountant to hydrate at all because his muscularity, his, what's the word, vascularity, was very much on display. Just needed a little sip of water. Needs to hydrate.
Remember to hydrate, folks.
Gavin, I'm looking at you. You need to hydrate. So yeah, that was my dating sim experience. It was much louder.
If you're listening to this podcast, go get a glass of water.
Remember,
unless you're driving, in which case do it once you get to where you're going.
There you go. Always hydrate.
It's hot out there.
Oh, it was hot out there.
I didn't play too many video games. I'm sorry, everyone. I had to catch up on anime and lay in bed a lot. But I guess I did play some stuff.
Do you got any good pillows on your bed? Do you have like a favorite pillow? No? I've definitely got a favorite pillow. All the other pillows are jealous.
I don't. I played more Fire Emblem. That game is still really good.
You like it? Okay.
Yeah, I like it. I'm playing it on the super easy dumbass mode for babies.
Hey, they're all super easy dumbass modes for babies. That's what we found out this week.
Yeah.
That's what Patrick Klepek wrote about on Waypoint. Was
Patrick Klepek didn't write that on Waypoint. Patrick Klepek wrote that he played on the easy baby mode like me, and then went, why is it the easy baby mode? And then I'm playing on easy baby mode and just having a good time with it.
Nice.
So I'm normal. Anyway,
we did it, folks. John's normal.
That's a bold-faced lie. You heard me last week. I'm not fucking normal. It's good. I just enjoy... I like being a teacher. I like interacting with all the people.
That game does not take advantage of the teacher being like a position of power over the students, and that's really how I can separate myself from like that whole sketchy situation that could possibly arise.
It's weird because it's like they kind of don't like take the whole like teacher thing into consideration like at all. It's like you're just kind of like, I don't know. It's weird. Like, I'm glad. Like, I really think that you just shouldn't overthink it, because it's not like I'm sitting there like, damn, I'm doing some like weird fucked up shit. So I'm not even really like actively trying to date anybody like at like in the classes even.
Yeah,
I don't even know who I'm trying to date. You're
the same age as all of them, and even when you're running classes, you really look more like a teacher assistant than anything else.
Right. It's curious why they didn't go that direction. Like, why are you a teacher? Like, I haven't played the game, and I only know much about the game like in a very surface level. But it's curious as to why they went that route. Like, oh, your character is a teacher, so why but then that's not really actually applied consistently, or
they completely just drop you in there.
Yeah.
Like the game starts off and then you just basically just go, okay, well, you're gonna be a teacher here because that's what we gotta do, and you gotta pick one of the houses, and that's it. That's
completely to its credit. They drop it, which is a very smart thing to have done.
Yeah, I think it would be unwise to do more, because I feel like once you start thinking too hard, then it starts to get a little weird. It's just like, all right, well, you're in a kind of a weird position of power.
Yeah, you don't go to the teacher's lounge at all and talk shit about the kids that you don't like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or like hear like the other teachers talking like this or that about the administration or anything. It's very like, you feel like a teacher assistant. You feel like the kid that just showed up off the apple cart, and it makes for a very good dynamic. The power dynamics are not there that make it kind of almost seem like a sketchy scenario. They're just not there at all.
Yeah.
You don't know who you like, though, John?
I mean, I know who I like. I just don't know. Like, I'm just gonna kind of let the date happen. I'm just gonna let whoever I end up like marrying at the end of the game or whatever. I'll just let it happen.
John, that's you got to take the bull by the horns on this one. It's a dating sim, and you got to be an active pursuer, like a cheetah in the jungle. Who you got eyes for? Who do you got eyes for?
I don't know. I guess
Heart
Shamir?
eyes.
I don't know.
Shamir, that's a good person to have heart eyes for. Hell yeah.
All right.
You gonna spend tea time with her?
Yeah.
Good. You gonna you gonna put her into the battles and put her on the front lines?
I mean, sure.
And put her next to you in the formation?
Sure.
There you go.
Honestly, I've just been like, who do I want to make stronger? That's what I've been focusing on more. I just want to be like, okay. And
that's valid too. You are at war. So I guess that makes sense too.
And I mean, it's also just like, who do I like? Because I'm focusing a lot on the students, and honestly, because I'm playing Black Eagles, because I think I'm only really planning on playing through it once. I'm not like one of those people that does multiple playthroughs like all in a row. So like maybe someday I'll play through it again, but I'm not going to be able to replay that game like immediately afterwards. So I figured I'd just play like the true story, I guess, because hey,
yeah, it really is.
Like that game, like starting that game up and just like watching the cutscenes and shit. That game might as well just have like a big, like bedazzled arrow floating above Edelgard. Like, hey, you should pick this girl. Hey, you should just do this. Hey. Because, like, that game wants you to just pick Black Eagles. I don't know why they bothered having the other two houses, because she is Edelgard is the main character of that game.
Oh. Edelgard is very, very good.
The illusion of choice.
I mean, she's the fucking main character of Twitter and has been for, like, 3 weeks now, so, you know.
My roommate just got done with Golden Deer and is now moving on to Blue Lions, so he's on his third run of it.
God.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, he's been putting in work.
Mm-hmm.
But he was very surprised that Golden Deer does not have the big... After playing Black Eagles, it doesn't feel as epic in scope and scale. And so he also came to that same conclusion. It's just like, I really do think of Black Eagles as kind of the main story, and that you can take any of the stories in any order you want, but like, you got to get to Black Eagles eventually.
Yeah, I forget exactly. I forget exactly who said it, but someone on Twitter like basically said that the Black Eagle storyline is the route of a visual novel that you would normally have to play through all the other routes to unlock.
Oh, wow. Yeah. No, that's a really good point, actually.
Yeah,
that's exactly what
like
it's
that.
like.
It's like that, but they just give you the option to do it right at the beginning, so whatever.
And look at the Black Eagles. I mean, it's the best option.
Yeah.
I'm playing as Blue Lions, and even I have eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm trying my best. I feel like the two characters that I just want them to succeed the most is, of course, I have become incredibly endeared, like everyone else, to Bernadetta. Yay! She is trying her best, and I support her, and just seeing her like open up more and more as the game goes on is filling my heart with joy. And then I'm trying really hard for Petra too, because I just really like how persnickety she is and how much she's trying. And
yeah, and she doesn't take shit.
She really doesn't, and I also just really liked the things that she wants to do, because she's like initially just kind of there, like she's just like a sword character. Then she came up and she was just like, oh, I want to be like a thief and also use bows and just like do all this shit. And I'm like, all right, fucking hell yeah, you can do all that shit. You know what else you can do? I'm gonna start teaching you how to do flying. Like, you should just do all this shit. Like, I just wanted her to just do all kinds of stuff. I'm ready for that.
She just wants to learn.
Yeah, and I'm ready to teach her. Also, I said this on Twitter, and everyone was just kind of like, all right, yeah, because I remember like a week or so ago, I saw some like shipping art of Hubert and, what's the other guy's name? Ferdinand.
Yeah.
Saw some Hubert and Ferdinand ship art, and I was like, I don't get that at all. Ferdinand's a dick. And
it's an opposites attract kind of thing.
I mean,
that's what that sounds like.
But I was just like, don't do that to Hubert, you know? Like,
and
that
they're
was
both assholes. But in like different ways.
Yeah, like I like Hubert more though. Like at the Hubert's a fucking weirdo, but like he's kind of endearing. Ferdinand's just a fucking rich kid. But then like they had like their C rank conversation where it was just like fucking Hubert like putting Ferdinand in his place, and I was just like, oh, I get it, because Hubert would absolutely dom Ferdinand. Okay. All right. And Ferdinand needs that. Okay.
It's the goth jock power couple that everybody always wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's the Chad and the Virgin.
I've also been playing it this week for the first time. God. But John, you and I are approaching it from different perspectives, because you haven't really ever liked a Fire Emblem, right?
I've tried multiple Fire Emblems. I've bounced off of all of them. Honestly, again, I feel like a big reason why I'm enjoying this one is just because they have made it so much easier to not fuck up, and they've made it so much easier to, like, level shit up. Like, all my characters are, like, prolific and pretty much... Like, I'm not very far at all still, and I'm, like, I'm starting to have, like, a good, well-rounded team, and it feels good. And then also there's just straight up a rewind button during battles, and you know, like I'm playing through without like having anyone die forever, obviously. Like, I'm playing on casual mode. But I still do the rewind because I'm like, oh hey, I want them to get experience. I don't want them to drop out.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm constantly dying, like I'm only really having a rewind here and there, but it still just feels so much better to know that like I can still have someone get that experience, get those levels, do like just rethink what I was doing.
Yeah,
it just feels really accessible.
Mm-hmm.
Other than like the class planning, I think is the only part that just really throws me for a loop. Mm-hmm. But other than that, like the parts that are important, combat and dating and having the difference between social time and combat time. Like, that's really easy for everyone to get into, and I think that's what people are really reacting to more than anything.
I brought this up on Twitter, but this was before I started playing. But like, most of me seeing people talk about the game was them talking about all of the aspects aside from the combat, and so I had no gauge on like what the combat was like, and if I didn't know what a Fire Emblem was, I could have been convinced there was no combat.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I got into playing it myself, I was like, oh, yeah, because the combat at this point, at least in the early game, isn't super expansive. Like, it doesn't take as long as, like, the chapters do in older Fire Emblem games, because you're not having to kill, like, millions of enemies.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. But, like, in older Fire Emblem games, there was like 90% of the gameplay was combat, and then 10% was like managing and fluff stuff, like doing support conversations and whatever. Mm-hmm. And now it feels more like there's a 50-50 even split. Like, you're always, like, when you're in combat, you're thinking of like getting them experience. But when you're not in combat, you're doing stuff like gardening and, you know, cooking with your students and figuring out like how you want people to level up stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it's good.
Yeah, good compartmentalization in there.
I used to say that Awakening was the best Fire Emblem game for people who hadn't played one to get into, just because that's the game where they introduced the casual mode, so people could play without having to fear about losing characters to death.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like, they just streamlined a lot of aspects with Awakening. Like, in older Fire Emblem games, if a character was a cavalier, they could only ever promote to a paladin. But then in Awakening, they were like, oh no, characters have like a selection of jobs that you can assign them to. So if you want, it's like a character might start out as a cavalier, but you could make them an archer if you want.
Yeah.
So it made it a lot more fun with experimenting and exploring. And now with Three Houses, it's just like, it's all of that, but now it's like, they give you a core set of characters to focus on rather than just like, and they introduce everybody basically at once. So like I'm only like on the 3rd month, maybe the 4th month, and I've basically been introduced to most of the cast, even the ones that aren't in my house. So whereas like in older Fire Emblem games, like in Ike's game, Path of Radiance, there's a character who doesn't get like introduced until like chapter 26, and that game has like 29 chapters.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So you get all of like these 11th hour heroes in older Fire Emblem games, and that doesn't feel like that's going to be the case here, because
especially because they need to fill out your roster in those games in case you lose some characters midway, and then in the 26th chapter they'll be like, here's a character who can kick some ass in case you're out of them.
Mm-hmm. Or if you get completely screwed on level ups and your characters just suck, they give you some characters that can help you like squeak by the last couple chapters.
But in this one, they give them all to you up front, and all of those kids will tell you very loudly what they're into.
Yeah.
and how to level them up right.
Speaking of, my Bernadetta wants to headshot people.
Can't
And I
blame
was
her.
like, hell yeah.
My boy Freckles, Ash wants to just shoot everyone, and I'm like, yeah, do it. You deserve that at this point.
My Bernadetta wants to ride a horse.
Hell yeah. Yeehaw.
So yeah, that's what I've been playing. I also tried a little bit of that Dragon Quest XI demo that's on the Switch. I will be honest,
yeah.
a small portion of the reason why I downloaded that was because there is going to be an exclusive spirit added to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Oh shit. Oh, okay, I gotta go fucking download that then. That's amazing.
I mean, if you're gonna buy Dragon Quest XI anyway, you will get that spirit.
Oh, okay. Well,
Which I probably will, because after playing that demo, I'm really interested. It's fun. It's just a very well-made but standard RPG, as what Dragon Quest is, because it is the RPG. But also, my god, that demo's fucking insane. It's like 10 hours worth of stuff. Like, it is like the first 10 hours of that game.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like amazing how much they just threw up there for free, but I'm guessing they're just trying really, really hard to get people to buy Dragon Quest, because, like, you know, back when Hero was just a rumor for Smash Brothers, I was 100% sure, because, like, there was all this talk about Square Enix and Nintendo wanting to finally make the big push for Dragon Quest in America, and I think this is it. Like, Hero and Smash, and then Dragon Quest XI demo being 10 fucking hours. This is them being like, yes, you will buy Dragon Quest XI, and then they'll probably release some of the older ones with maybe some updates here and there, you know, like patch it up, make it nicer so it's not super dated on Switch.
Until this month, I think I underestimated how prevalent Dragon Quest is in Japan.
Oh, yeah.
Ever since we've been playing all these Final Fantasy games, this whole year I've been playing a Final Fantasy game, like one or two of them every month, and the question keeps coming up, like, hey, are you going to do this for Dragon Quest? And I keep looking at Dragon Quest like, those are 70-hour games. Like, no, and why do people do this? And how did this happen? Why is there so many of these Dragon Quest games that I have no idea what they are or who has played them, but or what quality they are, and everyone loves these games. But then as I was doing research into Dragon Quest, it's like, oh, everybody in Japan loves Dragon Quest. It is like that. It is to them what I thought Final Fantasy was to them. It really.
I would say, you know, like the cute little slime monster, that's something that's more like of a mascot that everyone recognizes versus, you know, if you were to pull a Final Fantasy monster, like a chocobo and all that. The slime monster is something you would see prevalent in like everyday occurrences in terms of like, oh yeah, here's a cute character that's like doing some marketing thing. There's constantly like weird Dragon Quest like food collab marketing stuff.
Yep.
Like the infamous slime curry that was some time ago. That's the thing you can still buy. I think that's like now like a normal thing you can find in a Japanese 7-Eleven probably. It's like it's like a blue it's a curry, but it looks blue. It's not. But yeah, I wonder why too. And I it's not like, you know, not to compare apples to oranges, but because they are, but Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest technically do not inherently they're not that dramatically different from each other in terms of like structure or like what you're gonna expect. Though I can't really say the timeline of the two franchises, right? Like I don't know what came first in terms of like a significant moment in like games history in Japan. That
they were very close, but I think Dragon Quest was first. I think.
Yeah, that
I'm
could be
pretty
it.
sure that's the case too. I think that Final Fantasy took inspiration from Dragon Quest's designers. But I might have the timeline a little off there. But yeah, no, it's a huge deal in Japan.
I mean, the release of a new mainline Dragon Quest game might as well be a national holiday over there, like straight up.
Right.
Huh. And so, yeah, I guess maybe I didn't understand just because I hadn't played any Dragon Quest, but yeah, now that 11's out and has 10 hours of demo that I can play with, why not?
Yeah, give it a shot, yeah. Why not?
It has to, at some point, impress me within those 10 hours, right?
I mean, it's
a long time.
You know, like, I'm not gonna say, like, it knocked me on my ass or anything. It's just really, really polished. It is just a high-quality, good one of those. It is a good-ass RPG, but it is an RPG-ass RPG. It is not... It's not anything that special. It's just really good at doing the basic thing.
Hey, that's fine. I played the 1 hour demo of Oni Naki, the Tokyo RPG Factory game, and that knocked me on my ass. But also, that's going to suck ass. I already know that. The reviews are coming out because it came out this week, and spoilers, sucks ass.
Well, I'm not
very
surprised.
excited to play it. No.
Also, for the record, Dragon Quest 1 came out in like May 27th of 1986, and then Final Fantasy 1 came out December 18th, 1987.
There you go.
In Japan. So, yeah, Dragon Quest was a whole year and a half ahead of Final Fantasy.
Just enough time to influence and incite the design philosophies of Final Fantasy. That makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Spencer, what else is going on with you? You got some crazy stories about games that you've been playing?
Yeah, I have Elite Dangerous news. Which is a game I haven't talked about on the podcast, I don't think. But it's a space sim game. You get a spaceship, you fly around in space. It's fun. A lot of people compare it with No Man's Sky and Star Citizen, the game that will never come out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But I would say if you want to play a space game where you just like having a good exploring time and want to take cool screenshots and see funky animals, No Man's Sky is definitely the one you want to go with. But if you want to play a space sim that has more interesting flight mechanics, Elite Dangerous is probably the better one to go. Also, if you want one that's a little bit more realistic, because with Elite Dangerous, what they did was they took real astronomical data that we have and they imported it into their engine, and so they basically just recreated the galaxy 1-to-1. But, you know, humans haven't explored the whole galaxy yet, so a lot of it is procedurally generated. But, like, stuff like in the solar... Like, if you visit, like, our solar system, like, everything in our solar system is exactly where it needs to be in the game. Mm-hmm. So, it's pretty neat.
Wow.
So, the big news is there are now big ships. In Elite Dangerous, there's three sizes of ships you can fly. There's small ships, medium ships, and large ships.
Big ships. So is this bigger than large?
They're bigger than large. In fact, they're so bigger than large that they can carry 8 large ships on their own.
Wait a minute. Can I ask a question? Is each ship like is the unit of measurement like how many ships they can carry? Like I would love.
No.
Oh.
Okay, so.
Can medium ships
nesting doll situation?
Can medium ships carry small ships?
Let me try to give you like an idea of like scale here. So like the smallest ship in the game is one you start in called a little Sidewinder. And the Sidewinder is basically about the size of a bus, but it's as wide as like 4 buses. Right.
Okay. Yep.
The largest ship that players can currently have right now is called the Imperial Cutter. That's like a cruise liner, like a huge like cruise ship. That's how big that one is.
Oh, okay. That seems kind of reasonably sized, actually.
The big ships they're adding can carry 8 of those.
Oh yeah.
So they're called fleet carriers, and the big news about them is they were first talked about 2 years ago, and they had decided 2 years ago what the fleet carriers would do, but they hadn't designed them yet. And then last year, they were like, hey, we're going to be adding squadrons to Elite Dangerous, which squadrons are basically just like guilds. And what they were going to do is, part of squadrons is your squadron will be able to have a fleet carrier, which will be able to be like a mobile base that you can control. And a lot of players were like, so what about us solo players who don't want to be in a squadron? Do we just not get a fleet carrier? And Frontier Developments were like, oh, maybe we should rethink how we're doing fleet carriers. So they didn't introduce them, and now they're coming in December of this year instead, and they've been worked so that individual players can own a fleet carrier, but basically only you get one fleet carrier per player. So part of like the end game will be to save up enough money, because they're going to be real expensive, I bet, to purchase your own fleet carrier. And then how it works is it doesn't seem like you actually fly the fleet carrier, though you might be able to. I don't know. But basically you command it to jump, and you decide basically where it goes. And the fleet carriers themselves can hold up to 16 ships, 8 of which can be large, and then it has like landing pads. It has like 4 for the small and 4 for the medium size ships. So, and the thing is, it has like little support vessels that come with it that fly in a formation, and the support vessels are basically just like space stations that go with it, which is nuts.
Okay.
And so the space stations determine what kind of services that the fleet carrier has. So when you park your spaceship in the fleet carrier, if you have like a mining support vessel, which just looks like this big, huge Tonka truck looking thing, then you can buy like mining lasers for your ships or extra cargo slots. Whereas if you have like a mercenary support vessel, which just looks like a giant, like, it kind of looks like something straight out of Star Wars. It looks like a weird Federation cruiser thing. You might be able to purchase like weaponry and stuff for your ship.
Oh, that's awesome.
So basically fleet carriers are like mobile spaceports that players can control. Mm-hmm. The other neat thing is they have a huge jump range of 500 light years, which is 5 times as much as the maximum player jump range is currently.
Oh, nice.
So, okay. And I'm betting what happens is if you're parked on the fleet carrier and then you have it jump to a location, you'll jump with it. So it's going to open up a lot of avenues for players like exploring the galaxy together, because 500 is a lot. So
you could just have everyone get on the bus and like...
Mm-hmm. And then shoot it out. And then there you go. You're all there.
Hey, shout out to this region. Hey, I'm going to, Wendy's 500 light years away. Y'all want to come?
Yeah. Just take you and 15 friends out to the Wendy's all the way over in the Barnard's Loop, 500 light years away from civilization.
Space burger.
So yeah, I'm excited.
That's cool as hell, and it's not even like unreasonably big yet. We haven't gotten to like something that couldn't be manufactured on a planet or something.
Yeah. They haven't shown any of like the audio for it, but they did clarify that like in universe, like the jump drives that all the player ships have, like those kind of let you go into like which space, which lets you just jump between. It's all science fiction, whatever.
Nice.
But like the bigger ships, they literally rip through space time to jump, and they have these big, huge, loud noises when they do it. It's basically like that. It's nuts. So. But they showed an animation of the fleet carrier jumping, and it has the exact same effect of like ripping through space that those big ships have, and it's like, oh, this is going to be fun. So I'm excited for those.
You're going to destroy space.
They're probably going to cost like $1 billion bajillion space monies, and I'm not looking forward to that. So,
well, you can make $1 million bajillion space monies if you just fly your ship good, I guess. I don't know. Basically, I don't know anything about that game.
I'm gonna have to spend like an entire week taking people 2 systems over to show them a like humanitarian tourist beacon, and then fly them back while pirates are shooting me or whatever. It's gonna be It's going to be a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
That sounds like the worst cruise ever.
sure does.
LV, what else is going on with you? What other crazy stuff is up your alley?
Well, not really crazy. The Monster Hunter and Iceborne expansion is gonna come out pretty soon. I think like in a couple weeks, probably even less. So Monster Hunter has been like stacking all these special holiday events like all at once. Well, not all at once, but they were consecutively doing things like the Harvest Festival, the Spring Festival, all that. They're very vague season festivals that are obviously referencing real life holidays like Christmas. To lead up to the official drop of Iceborne, So of course the most recent event was called the Appreciation event, which is, I guess, celebrating the anniversary of the game's release. And yeah, that's just been going on. So I've been just kind of doing dailies and what have you. Nothing really interesting. There's I keep getting connected with lots of Japanese players, or rather, at least players who have their language sayings in Japanese. So I don't know if that's just maybe I'm playing at weird hours where that activity from that region of the world is just really active. And nonetheless, yeah, what's really there to say about Iceborne? There's just going to be more new monsters, and it seems cool. All that, some item changes, like the grappling hook might be a big game changer, because normally there's only only a particular weapon class that's able to usually mount a monster on the whim, essentially, in a way that's effective and can actually attack them. So that might change up things and level the playing field for all the different weapon types that are available. And
so everyone can play Bionic Commando now and just grapple around monsters.
Yeah. I think that's a nice thing, and I wouldn't, shake it off as something we'll make things easier. Well, no, actually, I think that would make it fair if anything, because most of honestly, I would say most of the weapon classes in Monster Hunter do favor something more tanky and something that really is going in and very very weighty and heavy things that wouldn't necessarily give you the opportunity to do cool jumping attacks something like the glaive, etc. And yeah, looking forward to that. And yeah, just more variations of the existing monsters that are basically oh yeah, here's an icy version of this guy. I mean, nothing really new. There's a Nightshade version of the Palomu, which is my favorite monster, aka the fluffy cloud bat. I really love that thing.
Aww, yeah.
It's it looks like a donut when it puffs up, and it just looks like, it took me, someone pointed this out. It looks like the agitated cat meme, the one where it's angry at the dinner plate, and it just looks like that. It just looks like that.
I still don't have my favorite monster.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Zenogre.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they gave me the Gyros, is it? Is that how you say it? The weird paralyzing snake dog. Mm-hmm. I love that one.
Yeah, Gyros. I believe it's pronounced that way.
Are you still doing Insect Glaive?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, mostly that. But yeah, I mostly just want to talk about how I really respect Monster Hunter for having and just embracing the fact that it has really ugly ass armor. I'm sorry, Monster Hunter does not. Monster Hunter does not as well. Very few. Okay, so the most honestly attractive in terms of air quote attractive or visually aesthetically appealing armor sets are really the armor sets that are very low level, and you have to really work your way into building it up, etc., and actually using armor. Yeah. What the naturally higher level than the armor with better stats as you unlock down, even the event based armor, the ones you can unlock, you would assume they'd be cute or cool. No, they're all ugly. They're all ugly. Mm-hmm. But what I appreciate about that is that I think that's realistic, considering the things you kill in this game and encounter. Okay, what's the most the Ajanath? the fire dinosaur. I call him Fire
Yeah.
Barney, right? Okay. I think
Angie.
that monster yields the most ugly. It's like very spiny looking. It's pink. There's like not a lot of great armor that looks visually appealing, but they are good for you to have. So yeah, like for those who don't play World, at least, like I don't remember if this was a mechanic in the other games, but there's a thing called layered armor, so you can basically, so if you have like some hideous armor that like I don't like how this looks on my character, but the stats on it are really good, and you like worked really hard and spent a lot of money and like points and spheres just to like build that up, whatever. There's an option to layer cosmetic armor over it, but that's something you still have to unlock in addition. But it's most of the armor Monster Hunter is ugly, and that's fine though. I respect that because yeah, if you're building
It's
like
practical
pelts,
armor.
yeah, and like you're all bulky. If you're building pelts out of things that look like the monsters in Monster Hunter, I don't think they would look like. You would not reach the level of like, glamour stuff like Final Fantasy has, right? Where it's like, oh yeah, you can have like a lot of cute things out of it, but no, it's practical and like it makes sense for the context of like, yeah, your character is like very muscly built to deal with these situations, like that, and they're, like you can take a bullet and you'd be fine, right? But I respect
You do have
that.
a point that you can only make so much out of bones and pelts of monsters.
Yeah, right. And again, specifically those kinds of monsters where they're all like kind of gross, like you have like basically like the Barrett, like a rock dog, right? Like there's its skin is literally just rocks. I'm like, well, what can I do with this? I'm not
And
gonna make
as
some
you
like
get stronger, you take down even more scary and ferocious and
right.
hideous looking
You
monsters.
you get stronger. You just get bulkier as time goes.
That makes sense.
Yeah. The funniest thing to me though, like, and that makes like, this is like an earnest complaint where like, someone made a character that looks old, like, in their face, but their body still just stays the same. There's also not a lot of variation in terms of, like, right, the, between a small body to, like, it just, like, all looks like the same body, but again, I'm not, but in the end, like, it's kind of moot because your character will be mostly covered, right? And I think that's the funny thing where Monster Hunter has a pretty intense, like, character creator, actually, like, in terms of, like, making your face and hair. Like, most of the time, like, the armor options, your character's face will be covered. Especially if you're stuck with, like, armor where you don't have a layered option where, like, what if I just want to wear a cute hat and, like, actually show my face? But most of the time, you're just going to have, like, a covered, helmeted character where you can't even see most of their body. It's just funny.
Yeah, I agree. The Monster Hunter armor usually is more often miss than hit for me.
Very ugly. But Iceborne, yeah, it's coming out in a couple weeks. I think, there's a Horizon Zero Dawn thing already announced for it. So I'm pretty sure it's just like, because you're able to unlock like Alloy as a armor set essentially, and your character will just look like Alloy, from the game, and like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
and yeah, like I think it's pretty much just going to be her own like her ice like outfit from that game's DLC. So. Again, might be a PS4 exclusive, so...
Did they ever put a
is.
Monster Hunter monster into Horizon Zero Dawn?
I don't... Ooh, did they?
I don't know. I mean, I only know the only one I know for sure is the Final Fantasy one, because
Yeah, they had a Blade and a Final Fantasy collab where they had a monster in each. Whereas like for Horizon Zero Dawn, they just had like a quest that kind of... You were nonetheless facing a regular, like, monster that resembled the dinosaur creatures in that game, but, like, it didn't change in terms of, like, cosmetic and, like, oh, yeah, you're gonna fight these robotic things. No, they just had a quest kind of structured around referencing that game, and that's where you kind of get the armor. And then, like, you can get a really cool, like, armor set for your Palico, aka your cat assistant, which made them look like the robotic creatures.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's
With
really
the one
creepy because
eye?
they have like this one eye. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know, honestly, if Horizon Zero Dawn had a monster in it that was just like a Monster Hunter-ass monster, I probably would not even recognize it. I'd just be like, yep, it's big, I'm gonna take it down too. I'm gonna shoot it. That game feels so good to shoot things in.
It's a good game.
So, what else is going on?
I've been playing. You ever heard of RPGs? These like role-playing games.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm playing a lot of them. A lot of them. Because this is my last week of summer. Summer's over after this. I'm going to PAX West next week, and then it's summer's over, and I gotta go to a job again. Back to the school. And the so I've been spending all summer playing as many RPGs as I can. That's kind of been my goal. That's why I've been doing so much live streaming. That's why all this stuff's been happening. And this week we played. I had to stall because we're playing Final Fantasy IX this weekend, and I didn't know what to fill the time with. So we played Trials of Mana and the whole Seiken Densetsu series, and then we played Terranigma, which is an SNES game that most folks probably have not heard of and not played. It is... how do I explain this? Terranigma is probably one of the best RPGs on the SNES. It never came out in America. It only came out in Germany, France, Spain, Japan, and a PAL version was released in Europe for English speakers. And so this game never actually came stateside, and so most folks haven't heard of it over here. When we were doing our playthrough of Terranigma, our chat was full of German speedrunners of the game, which was cool as hell. They were like, holy shit, Americans are playing this right now. I love this. This is cool. This is the first time they've seen this. And they kind of got to be a whole part of the live stream, and it was awesome. They were very helpful. But Terranigma is an RPG where you start beyond time and space, but in like a little hometown RPG town. And that RPG town's like, everything's quaint, everything's nice. This jerk Ark, he's kind of a dork and like annoys everybody in the town and kicks chickens and stuff. But I guess he's the chosen one to save the world. And you go, wait a minute. No, I'm not. What? I'm Ark and I'm not ready to save anything. And you go outside of your town and it's, you're in hell. You're literally in like a desolate hell space, where there are 5 dungeons that when you, go to the 5 dungeons, you get like a orb out of them or something. And then, doing all of that starts the world. It literally, you start the world. Every orb that you get from a tower starts, lunar cycles, heaven cycles, creating earth and water and wind. Like, you literally build the earth out of the first, like, quest this game gives you. And then you go to that earth. You are dropped on what is essentially, because there's no life on it, a dead planet. And that starts the second quest of Terranigma, and the second quest is to bring life to the planet.
That's rad.
It's unreal how good this game is, and it does all of this in 15 hours. So the entire second act of the game is you bring flowers to the planet, and then you talk to the flowers, and they help you bring animals to the planet, and you talk to the animals, and then they bring humans to the planet. And now you can no longer talk to flowers and animals, which is extremely sad. This is not a happy game. You can only talk to humans now. And the humans have a lot of needs. And you start in like Africa. You start in literally Africa, because the world map is just the 7 continents of the world. And you go to Africa and you work your way through Mesopotamia to start civilization itself. And then you work your way up into Eurasia, and you get to... then you go to Antarctica, and right after that you actually literally do an entire travel westward from Europe to America as part of like the quest line. And you land when you go to the North American continent, you land in a town called Freedom, which is a microcosm of like all things America in a very like, so you're in what feels and looks like a old-timey 1700s colony, but then you walk into a saloon and like a woman will drag her husband out for day drinking, and you're like, okay, yeah, weird, this is like some kind of Western saloon thing. And then you come outside of the saloon and like a kid skateboards by you and like does kick flips and flips and says like, hey, my cousin is in Ohio inventing the airplane, and I gotta go help him. And like that's your quest, is to like go to the Midwest and go like find Will, who's the airplane maker, to make an airplane. And it's like, what the hell is this game?
What?
Terranigma is incredible. It is like I'm kind of like making light of these set pieces, but like underneath it is a story about not being seen or understood. Ark, as the creator of a world, at no point does anyone go to him and be like, hey, thanks for making the world and stuff. Nobody knows he's doing this. And he can't go back home to his girlfriend. But then there's also like people in this world that look like her and have her same name, but don't know him at all or recognize him. And so it is entirely about Ark's alienation from like the world that he is responsible for and is building as he goes along. And so the moment, like the third act is about saving the world from bastards. You're literally like, Elon Musk is going to destroy the world with a bomb because humans are bad. And so Elon Musk needs to be stopped. You stop Elon Musk, and then you finally get to go back home, and everyone at home's like, who? No? What?
Oh,
I don't
know.
Yeah. So it's an incredible video game, and I really like am so happy that we've gone on this quest through all these Final Fantasy games to get to this point to where I can finally start looking outwards towards other influential RPGs. And it is a crime that Terranigma is not more popular and did not get a like US release to get popular over here. And it was entirely because of rights issues. Nintendo of America wasn't in a place at the time to have this ready for the US SNES, and so it just didn't happen. And the company that made it, this was like their last game. Quintet is the name of the company. Before all of those folks went on to do like Grandia and some other stuff, or nothing at all in some cases. Like the main Quintet person who made Terranigma, this was like their last big thing. It's the third in a series. I'm blanking on the name of the series, but like Terranigma is the best out of that series, and it is as good as everyone said it was. It also is not a turn-based RPG; it's action RPG. So you like hit combos and jump and dash and do the whole thing, but it's all on an SNES. All this stuff that I thought was just like PS1 bread and butter came from here most of the time. Just a unknown Enix game before Square Enix.
This sounds incredible.
So yeah, I've been ever since I played that, I've been losing my mind over it because yeah, I made the world and then the world alienated me, and the ending just made me and my roommate, we were streaming it, we were just like there crying because it's a beautiful ending. Ark gets the ending that he deserved and needed.
All right. Anything else, or?
Oh, anything else? Well, yesterday I played Luca. The Luca Born of a Dream. It was my game of the year for 2018, and they just came out with their final DLC of the game.
Okay.
Which was kind of part of a Kickstarter reward system. But their last DLC called The Descent came out. And The Descent is basically like it's Bloody Palace, I think is what it's called in Devil May Cry. Where it is now that's what I call battle arenas battle arena thing that you go down, where they just give you all the hardest monsters designed in ways to like really mess with you and challenge you to your limits. It's finally a good chance to like use all of the weapons in the game. Use whatever ones you find are really effective, building your character out in a way that like makes the game run really smoothly and cool. But the entire time they're also telling you a story. And it's the story about the end of Luca. And it's a story about having made this game and its reception over the last year. It's very meta. And it was another thing, kind of like Terradigma, where it was just like, I'm playing this, I'm just like, oh my god, I know this feeling, I know everything that's happening here so intimately, and it was incredible. It was just like, what a perfect way to say goodbye to this game. Like, we made this world, and now it's over. And the Descent was like, oh, I love this, I get to play the game at its highest difficulty with like all of the big perks and stuff, and it's hard, but I'm like really pushing through it. And then also it hits you with, the game's over, you have to go, you have to move on. And it's like, yeah, it is over. It also answers what the Born of a Dream subtitle meant, what the dream was all along. And it's a really satisfying ending to a game I really loved. That game, just every time you hit a button in that game, it feels so satisfying. And then along the way, they also teach you a lot about yourself and the world around you. Yep. And so, yeah, I've been flush with games of a ludicrous quality. And I'm about to walk into Final Fantasy IX, which I think on Twitter, Rose just threatened me or something to say that I have to really like it or not like it. I'm not sure which, but
just,
yeah.
Enjoy what you
probably
want.
Like.
You're fine.
It's probably like.
I'm probably going to like it. Yeah, but I'm in the mood for more extremely high quality games, I guess. Warmed up.
Okay. Spencer, let's start off with the news here, Spencer. For you, what's the big news scoop you got here?
So the fine folks over at Nova Crystallis, who do a lot of reporting specifically for Square Enix related things, they did some rough translations of some tweets from the Dragon Quest Builders series director Kazuya Nino, which basically he's left Square Enix. Yeah, he's out of the company. It's based on the tweets and based on the translation. It's not like a bad thing. Like, he was just like, he's kind of burnt out after finishing Builders 2 and wanted to try a development cycle that is different from how Square Enix does things.
That makes sense.
He's still going to be watching over Builders 2 and is still going to like continue working with Square Enix, but as external staff. He also clarified, like, he made a point to mention that like there is no DLC for Builders 2 or there's no content update, at least as far as he knows.
Oh, okay. So Builders 2 is like complete, but also folks are still working on it in case of, bugs and just general support for the game.
As for what he's going to be doing, he says, like, I also want to do my best in game development, so please look forward to it. So it's definitely going to be video games related still, but we're going to find out more next week because his plans have already been figured out. And he's going to talk more about that next week.
Wow.
But I thought it was worth bringing up because Builders 2 is a fairly new game, and a lot of people have really liked it, and I'm kind of interested in it, despite the fact that I am the resident Toriyama-style disliker. I don't really I don't like the style of your Dragon Quest and your Dragon Ball Z and your Chrono Trigger. I mean, like, I don't know.
Not enough skulls in it for you?
That's part of it. But it's mostly like, I don't really like how the people are drawn. Like the slime looks great. Slime is an unimpeachable design. Mm-hmm. But like, I don't like how Toriyama draws people.
Hero's big giant forehead.
Mm-hmm.
With the hair going
Girls
everywhere.
Who have eyes that are just like shaped like bullet bills from Mario.
Oh my god.
That's valid, yeah.
Yeah, so but like, I mean, I've heard a lot of good things about Dragon Quest Builders 1. I'm still hearing a lot of good things about Builders 2, and it looks like a nice light version of Minecraft that has some fun characters and stuff in it, so I'm interested in that.
I'm just glad to hear a story of what seems like a very mutual and happy leavings. Like, I'm finished with Builders 2, and now I'm gonna go make it out on my own.
Yeah.
Or make it out somewhere else.
He's been with Square Enix for 7 years and has worked on stuff like Trauma Center, Under the Knife. He's done some work for Etrian Odyssey. And he's also done some stuff for Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn.
What a solid career, then. You spent 7 years at Square Enix and you do all that, and yeah, no wonder then. It's graduation time, basically.
So, I'm sure this doesn't mean there won't be a Dragon Quest Builders 3. There's probably going to be a Dragon Quest Builders 3.
Yep.
It's going to be directed by somebody else. Somebody new.
And it sounds like this person has news very soon.
Yeah, so...
We'll keep an eye out.
Great, thank you.
Is there any other news that's been popping up this week?
Yeah, there's some. Gamescom happened.
Oh, right. Yes. Yep.
There was not that much news from Gamescom.
Right. Of course, there was not. Really? Not that much?
It was kind of a boring Gamescom.
It was a lot of trailers of things we already know.
Yeah.
But Google, if one were to look at Google's homepage, they're pushing the Stadia promotion really out there. It says something like, are you, what does it say? I forgot. Let me actually go to it right now.
Just something like, are you ready to enter Stadia?
For gaming. Yeah, like, welcome to the future gaming, and that's the Stadia logo thing. It's like, oh boy.
You wish.
Like, no, I'm not ready.
This planet's not ready. You haven't invested into the infrastructure to make this planet ready for that.
Yeah.
Right.
Basically.
Right. It's nice. Oh, it says, welcome to Stadia, the future of gaming.
Whether you like it or not, welcome.
Yeah. You're in it.
You're not welcome. I hope it's good. I'm so skeptical.
But there was a little bit of stuff. First off, something cool for all you Yakuza fiends. If you've only played the Zero, the Kiwamis, etc., they are porting the ones that were on PS3, 3, 4, and 5 to PS4. So you will actually be able to play every Yakuza game all on PS4. And the good news is that they are releasing 3, 4, and 5 in a big collection. So here's what they're doing. There's two things you can do. They have actually already released Yakuza 3. Like, it was available right then and there. You can buy Yakuza 3 on PS4 right this second. If you pay the full $60, you'll get 3, and then in October you get 4, and in next February you get 5. Or you can wait until 5. Or you can wait until 5 comes out, and you can get it all physically.
Okay. That sounds awesome.
So they redid all the translations. They redid it top to bottom. They added some cut content that was removed from those games that when they got brought over here. So they are complete editions. They fixed up the karaoke. They did everything. And here's my favorite part, though. When the physical collection comes out, it will be on a PS4 disc, of course. But in the packaging for the first edition of the collection, there is also a PS3 case for Yakuza 5 because they never released it physically. So now you can. There's not going to be a disc. Like you're not going to be able to. Like they're not putting a disc in there, but you will be able to quote unquote put Yakuza 5 on your shelf now.
What?
That's so funny. Yeah.
That's
weird.
Really good.
That's cool.
It's really good.
Hilarious.
But yeah,
Gamer jokes.
there's it looks like a really nice little package too for the collection. So that's good.
Is there going to be like a bundle of 1 through 5 or something that you can pick up?
So they talked about releasing some kind of like all-encompassing collection of all of the games from 0 to 6, which is everything that's going to be on PS4. But who knows? And then they also said that they're thinking about bringing out that Yakuza Ishin game, which is that game that is just like Japanese like historical like samurai era shit, but with the Yakuza characters.
but with some iffy things in it, which was the big.
There's some iffy things. I'm not gonna go too far into it.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about it. And also, they've been doing a really good job with the translations. I don't know what they'll do. That might be a reason why they're not bringing it over, and B, also, even if they do bring it over, who knows what they'll keep. We will find out, but that is something that I guess they are talking about. But it's still pretty cool that they are like making sure that, hey, if you got into this series with like Yakuza 0 or Kiwami or something, and then it's like, well, I don't have a PS3, or I'm not going to dig up my PS3 for these games, especially because, buying physical copies of them might be a little expensive. Now you could just get all of them on one console. Because, like, this will be $60, and then, like, Kiwami 2, 0, like, all those games are, like, $20 now, because they're all greatest hits.
Yeah.
So, it's...
Oh, that's brilliant.
It's not that expensive to buy every Yakuza game on PS4.
All right, until we beat Yakuza 0 through 6.
Those games are pretty long, but you know what? You know what? They're pretty good. Should we just keep going with the news, or
yeah, keep it up. That's awesome. Any other Gamescom stuff?
For Gamescom, at least, Death Stranding had a new trailer.
Right, that's right.
There was some shit.
No.
There wasn't
some shit. There wasn't some shit. Actually, there was something else.
Piss.
There was a lot of piss.
There was piss
and milk.
And milk.
Yeah.
There was milk. Oh boy!
How many things can come out of Norman Reedus?
Everything. Everything.
We're journeying to find out.
All sorts of bodily fluids. See, there's something for everyone.
He's like he's broken a sweat in one of these trailers, right? Like they've had a close up on his face, just like while
he's been sweaty.
Yeah,
he's been sweaty. He's always sweaty. He always seems sweaty anyway.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's 3.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Death Stranding showed off some stuff. So the first thing that they showed was Margaret Qualley. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. I apologize. Who is the character Mama? Who
Mama?
Yeah, Mama Luigi. No, I wish it was. Oh my god.
The character from Johnny Bravo. Mama's in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is what Johnny was talking about that whole time. He was like, "Whoa, Mama!" He was talking about Mama. Margaret Qualley. Mm-hmm. Her gimmick is that I guess somehow her baby was born like on the other like side of the dimension or whatever the fuck, and so she's just like somehow connected to it like through the fucking. I'm pointing at my belly button right now. I'm trying to remember what it's called.
The umbilical cord?
Umbilical cord, yes. Thank you.
The little dangly belly button thing, of course.
Okay.
I'm out of it.
It's the food tube.
Yeah, the food tube. And so the baby's like fucking crawling on the like ceiling and shit and all this scary stuff. And then she's like, "Well, I'm gonna breastfeed it." So she's breastfeeding the baby somehow through the dimension. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
And through her clothes.
And through her clothes.
Wow, that's just talent.
Yeah, she doesn't take off her clothes.
Moms are
to
powerful.
breastfeed the baby.
That's
Moms
actually
are
a pretty normal thing. Is not taking off your clothes to breastfeed is just powerful mom stance.
Yeah, she kind of seems like she'll be some kind of like, I don't know, maybe equipment person, because her whole thing is that she can't leave that area that she's in, because if she does, then the baby can't leave. That's like the only place that she can be connected to the baby. So she has to stay there.
Wow. So as a pregnant woman, I have to fear so many things in Death Stranding, including my baby being born interdimensionally.
I guess so.
Oh my lord.
I mean, they also had a trailer with Guillermo del Toro as Dead Man.
Okay.
He's there to like explain like how the babies are used in the game.
Oh, thank God. I'm glad Guillermo del Toro's there to explain how babies are born.
I mean, not how babies are born, how babies are used as like equipment in the game.
You have to cradle them. There's like a whole thing with like actually like, you know, no, don't shake the baby.
Yeah, you gotta make sure that
Oh my God.
you gotta make sure the
Right?
baby's happy and healthy, or else you'll get killed by monsters.
Babysitting mama warned us all. This is what we came
Shake
to.
the baby.
Absolutely. So there was also, as previously mentioned, there was a scene of Norman Reedus taking a piss. He went, "Time to take a piss," and then a Goomba appeared behind him and was like, "What the hell are you doing?" And it was great. It was raw.
He's just watering the plants.
According to Kojima, something good will happen if you pee in the same spot over and over again, so...
No, it doesn't.
It's going to be a flower. A flower is going to sprout, and that's going to be what it is.
Alright.
If you
I'd
pee in the
appreciate
same
that.
place over and over, you just get a stinky dead place.
Yeah.
But you claim your territory, then you marked it.
No, well, yeah, you
Or
mark
you
it,
attract
but
animals.
no, I've done this. I live near woods, and like
Okay.
you can have a spot that's like this is the relief spot, and everything just dies there.
Oh, well, yeah. There's the pneumonia and all that.
Yeah, exactly.
Good.
Good things don't happen if you take a piss in the same place multiple times. I
It's just the
promise.
piss spot.
This is the Death Stranding world. Maybe because it's all like fucked up and opposite land, then like if you piss in the same spot, then that'll be good.
Okay, it'll be a spooky ghost flower, and then it like eats you or whatever.
There we go.
Yeah. There you go.
Have you ever played Crypt Worlds?
No.
No.
This indie game features a piss bar. Piss mechanics are kind of a main part of the game. It's a role-playing game, and it's very strange. I fucking love it. It was one of my favorite games when it came out. And you pee on a lot of things. You pee to do gardening. No, that's like the normal thing. But also, if you pee on people in the game, they all say different things. And you get like entirely different dialogue trees and relationship trees with people when you pee on them. And it also pushes them. It like moves them physically in space, and sometimes they float away, and sometimes they clip through other places, and like, game's incredible. Anyway, piss mechanics have a very good precedence. I see no problem with having weird stuff happen when you add a pee mechanic to your game, because it's gonna be very funny every time. Piss mechanic is extremely funny to me.
And one last thing. So for some reason, Norman Reedus' character goes to drop off a delivery, and all of a sudden, fucking Jeff Keighley appeared as a hologram, and he was not voiced by Jeff Keighley, which made it even funnier.
What?
No, yeah, that was definitely not Jeff Keighley. Because if it was, he would have been like, "Coming up next, I'm here with Norman Reedus, and he's dropping off this item. Stay tuned." You wouldn't be able to tell. But yeah, he's just there, and he's like this annoying fan character, basically. He's like, hello, Sam Bridges. I am here to cheer you on. And Sam's just like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ, this guy. Which is really funny, because that's probably because Jeff Keighley is always like, oh man, my friend Hideo Kojima, look at him, he's my best friend. And then Kojima's just like, I'm hanging out with Del Toro over here. What are you talking about, dude? I don't know. But the thing is, though, is that there are a lot of people that have visited Kojima Productions recently. And it seems like it wouldn't be too hard to just, like, facial scan people and just upload them into the game. So it seems like Kojima's just putting all of his friends in the game, just as, like, little, like, cameos like he did with Jeff Keighley here.
Hey, that's powerful.
Yeah, and thankfully...
also, not that unusual. Like, if you look at Double Fine games...
Sure.
You're gonna have Jack Black in there, because Jack Black's a pal and a friend.
Yeah, but it's gonna be really funny playing a PS4 game, and there's like a 95% chance that I'm gonna walk up to an area, and Masahiro fucking Sakurai is gonna be looking at me. Because he sure did visit Kojima Productions not that long ago, because he is Kojima's friend, so... Like, there is a gigantic chance that Sakurai is going to be in that game, and, like, fucking Bring Me to the Horizon is going to be in that shit, fucking, I don't know, like, just all these people that visit Kojima, or, like, I mean, you know, like, Del Toro's, like, a main character, Nicholas Winding Refn's, like, a major character in that game, like, he's just putting his friends in there.
This all begs a very pertinent question, and I don't know how to say it right, but I'm just going to say it. Does Kojima have any girls that are friends?
That's a great question. I kind of doubt it.
Because he's really cool, and there's so many guys that want to hang out with Kojima. I don't know how many girls want to hang out with Kojima.
Look, I don't want to make too many assumptions here. I've already kind of done that a bit about Mr. Keighley, but just based on how Kojima writes his female characters, I'm gonna take a guess that maybe he doesn't have too many female friends.
Right.
Just a guess.
And it doesn't look like he's looking for them.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Who knows?
He's just looking for eggs is what he's looking for.
A lot of the women that he has, like, worked with in terms of mocapping, they're all, like, they're, like, really, like, they're not obscure at all. These women are not obscure. Like, you know, Margaret Qualley, for instance. She, like, a number of these people are, like, in, like, very indie film productions, which is, you know, based on, you know, Kojima's feed. Like, that's the sort of shit he likes. So, like, in terms of, like, actually... I think the other issue is that, like, a lot of these women that have been mocapped in his games are not women that are considered famous.
I just wouldn't know them, you know, like...
Yeah. They're not, like, people who are like, oh yeah, I recognize that face. In terms of, like, women who I would say are like, oh yeah, I, like, know who that is. I think that's just really what it is. It's like...
and also, to be honest, like, the average person who's gonna be playing that game isn't gonna recognize a lot. Like, if someone's just like, yeah, I'm gonna buy this Death Stranding game, that looks cool, like, they're not gonna know who Sakurai is, they're not gonna know Jeff Keighley, you know, so, yeah.
Sure.
We're just we're in a very dude-dominated industry, so when we're talking about...
that's really what it says, if anything, yeah.
Yeah, when we're talking about video game people, it's like, oh yeah, here's all the guys that we know off the top of our heads from video games, and then we're like, Jade Raymond, you know.
Yeah, it really just says there, like, isn't really, unfortunately, like, we're not at that point yet where, like, oh, there's, like, women who have this, like, persona that one can name off the top of their head, like, as this famous celeb dev person, or, like Jeff Keighley, like, just like, oh, yeah, that person. I'm not sure, yeah.
we need a woman who is free to be that slightly obnoxious on live streams.
There's a lack of it.
The only one that comes to mind is Ikumi Nakamura from E3 this year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
The is spooky lady.
Yeah.
Well,
so
she's not obnoxious. She's great.
She's great. She's not obnoxious. She's great. I'm just using her as an example of
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Is there anything else real quick we want to talk about before we move on to questions? I don't want this episode to go on too long. We have a lot of questions.
I'm golden.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Then let's do questions. You can send questions to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. And first one is from Horror Errors. Which famous person, Kojima related or otherwise, yeah, we're getting straight back to it,
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
would you want to see show up in Death Stranding next? Also, if you were in
God.
if you were in Death Stranding, what would be your dumb as hell Kojima name? So like it's probably just like Blank Man or something like that.
Yep.
So we have Die Hard Man, Dead Man. We had Hot Cold Man in Peace Walker.
Oh, I know mine already. It would be Skulking, but it would be spelled like skulking around.
Yep.
I was gonna say, like, there's already Skull Face, but
Yeah.
you know, there's room for more skulls. There's how many snakes? We can have a good skull. We can have a good skull.
Yeah.
A line of skulls, really.
Yeah.
As far as famous people, I mean, I would love to see Ikumi Nakamura.
There you go.
I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
I want Jane Lynch in the next Death Stranding trailer. She's going to show up and she's going to tell everyone she's going to be real realist. She's going to bring the real to Death Stranding.
Incredible.
Kojima's going to be like, this is my friend Jane, she's really loud. And we're all going to go, finally, thank you!
Solon, what about your dumb Kojima name?
It would be... God, I wanted to say, like, Fat Man, but, like, that's already taken, so I think it'd be, like, Dancing Queen or something.
Ooh.
And it would
into
be,
it.
like, there'd be just, like, a whole bunch of dancing happening.
He dances on the battlefield.
Yep.
And then they'd be
Very gay.
they'd be like, what about the queen part? And it's like he can only move in straight lines, like a queen on the chessboard.
Oh my god.
It's all DDR dancing. It's just arrows and up, down, left, or right directions.
So Kojima really loves like old Hollywood films. It'd be so fucked up, but also I would love to see Kojima like do the whole thing where like, you know, it's a really uncomfortable, but it's a trendy thing a lot of people are trying to do in terms of, you know, quote unquote resurrecting dead actors
What are
for
you
motion
thinking?
capture for like movies or for weird commercials. It'd be fucked up to see if Kojima like put in like actors like Charlie Chaplin or something in the game in a weird fucked up like, character role. Or like Gene Kelly and Audrey Hepburn. Oh my! I'm sure. I'm pretty sure Kojima loves Audrey Hepburn films. I'd want her to see her in some like weird, fucked up like.
Oh my god. I just had this thought of like Sam from Death Stranding doing like a tutorial video for how to do some weird bullshit machinery, and it's just Charlie Chaplin explaining how to do stuff.
God.
I think he would try to like put Marlon Brando into his video game.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
This question owns.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah. Nelvi, what's your Kojima name?
Oh my gosh! Yeah, I have to think about. Okay. All right. Well. Trying to think of an animal.
There's the one that's just right there. They could just call her Level, and it's abbreviated LV.
You're right.
I dig it. I dig it.
There you go.
And you just literally manage levels. Like you're like one of the people that the character talks to like do level management stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I make the bad meta like fourth wall breaking jokes once in a while. Yeah.
I think it'd be really funny to see Reggie Fils-Aimé in Death Stranding, just like
Oh yeah.
now that he's a free agent, just have him show up. Just be like, I hope your body is ready to go face the challenges in Death Stranding. I don't know.
But that's all the time I have for today. Now I got to go back and play Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS.
It's just him like, I gotta get back to playing beep 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 on my nib beep beep 3 beep. Like they just bleep it all out. And then my Kojima name.
He was just a floating head.
I mean, Otacon's already kind of taken. So. I'm trying to think of like a good like fucking. I'm trying to think of like an anime convention that's nearby. That would be mine. I don't know, just fucking. The CEO
Mechacon?
for the CEO time for the CEO. Yeah, that'd be mine. There you go.
Just
That's
call
good.
you Dragon Con John.
Fuck
No,
yeah.
don't.
Hell no.
Conjon.
Come on, John.
Or John Con,
That sounds like a sex act. I don't
Or John Con? Like, it sounds like Joy-Con in a way.
4 plus 1.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Everybody do the Con John.
It's like a dance too, maybe?
Maybe. Anonymous asks, why does the Joker in the Mortal Kombat DLC just look like a guy wearing a Joker costume for Halloween?
Yeah!
That is a bit of news that we didn't really go over. They showed off the Mortal Kombat 11
it's
DLC.
Bad. And it's bad.
Joker
It
looks like
bad.
shit. They also it's a Sindel as well, who that's fine. They got fucking
Just Spawn.
Spawn.
Yeah. That was expected. That's something, yeah.
Yeah, that got leaked like ages ago, and then
Yeah,
they also have
people expected most of these guys.
they also have the Terminator, like current Arnold, and honestly,
cool.
he looks like really good. Like they just straight up like motion. I think I don't know, like if they mocapped him per se, they definitely scanned Arnold Schwarzenegger's face. Like it's just Arnold.
Oh wait, so it's the Terminator, but it's like old looking.
Yeah, like it's how
So it
he
literally
looks now,
is Arnold Schwarzenegger, but but they're calling it like the Terminator, so it's gonna have like a Terminator moveset, but it looks literally just like normal Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, because it's tied into that new Terminator that's coming out like next year, I think. Yeah,
sick.
yeah.
No, that's cool as hell.
So yeah, the Joker is in there, which it's weird because there was a bunch of leaks and there were even some hints that it was going to be Ash Williams, but
Yeah.
he's not in
I
it.
think-
It's just the
I think-
Joker.
It was even denied, though, up front.
I mean, like people were asking Bruce Campbell, and he kept saying no. And obviously,
Yeah.
like if he was in, he would have to like either say no or just be like, I don't know. But
But he was being sincere, probably.
yeah, he was like he was.
I
But
was like,
He was like, "People, stop talking to me, please. Stop
It's-
calling me about this."
I mean, it is really strange though because there were multiple hints, and there was even like a leak of some files in the game that said Ash Williams. There was a leaked ad that said Ash Williams. There was a trailer where there was like a chainsaw in the background, and like there were a bunch of other sounds that like synced up with other things from those characters. Like in the music, there was the dun 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 from the Terminator, and like a bunch of other stuff that was hinting at the other characters. But Ash is just not there. I don't know if maybe he'll be in like DLC Pack 2 or something, or maybe they like couldn't secure the rights or something. I don't know. It's really weird, but Joker looks like fucking dog shit. Everyone else looks fine. So, Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat 11 is now cursed with Smooth Joker.
Yeah. He looks like the Joker, baby. He looks like that.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I don't know, like post like Jared Leto playing the Joker in Suicide Squad, it just caused an unfortunate, I think, downhill turn in like what people want to do with Joker's design sense. Like they're like, are we gonna do like this weird like young guy versus like the classic like suggested older guy. Like like Joker's design in like the Injustice fighting games is like really awful. It's kind of like that level of like, this is like a weird allusion to Leto's Joker, in a way. I'm not familiar with the story, like, like what if it's like a fake Joker or something, but conclusion, yeah, the Mortal Kombat Joker does look bad. And not very great.
They should just stop with the fucking Joker. I've had enough of him.
Yeah, they should maybe just stop.
The only Joker I want to see is Joker's trick. That's it.
Basically.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Anonymous asks, will we ever get the open world Harry Potter RPG we all deserve? There was a leak not that long ago of like a big AAA Harry Potter game, so I guess soon.
Do we all deserve that?
Yeah.
I mean, we deserve it. We
love
don't want it,
yourself
but we
more.
deserve it.
You know
I mean,
what? Yeah.
And Wizards Unite is the thing right now.
Yep.
So you can use that too.
Wizards Unite just came out, didn't it? Like a week ago or something?
Yeah, like months ago. Yeah.
Oh. Well, I think maybe they're talking about like the BioWare style Harry Potter game, which makes a lot of sense.
That can honestly be cool. You know, and I'm not a Harry Potter fan like that, but that could be a cool thing. And like, there's so much like one can explore in that world that I feel like a lot of like big fans really felt like the films and then and Fantastic Beasts still feel like that media didn't really do justice to like what can potentially be explored further.
Sure.
Even it would really be nice to take like a party of 3 students from the Harry Potter universe into a forest to kill some ring wraiths or something, to level up and go on quests. Like, that actually does sound like a really easy and good way to build out more of that universe. And it just never happened. The Harry Potter games that we grew up with definitely aren't like that. They kind of more just go beat to beat, by beat to the book.
They're very linear, and we're not. They were the classic example of a movie game. Though I heard from people who play those games like, oh yeah, they're actually good, and they don't feel like just shovelware. Like there's actually like, oh yeah, they feel like pretty decent, solid games, but they're still like franchise attached, and they have those limitations.
Right.
I actually played the Little Witch Academia RPG game like some time ago, and this is like anime, so like only talking about Little Witch Academia for a little bit, just for those who don't know. It's basically it's similar to Harry Potter in the premise is that like you're in a magic school, but it's like all girls because they're all witches, like whoever it's gendered, okay, whatever. But anyway, you're in a magic academy, and that's essentially what the game is like, but it was very limited, not open world, and I think that was a similar idea what you suggested, like, oh, you take a party of 3 and you do quests and fight battles, which is what the game did, essentially, but it was very limited and, like, was not as big as I was hoping that it'd be. It was kind of, like, very lackluster. It was still fine, but it was very lackluster for, like, what the world was suggested to be in the series, which is, like, this very big thing with, like, a lot, again, similar to Harry Potter, like, oh, like, it has its own, like, rules when it comes to all these magical creatures and how do spells work, but the game itself was, like, lackluster.
I think a lot of it comes down to the creativity of the creators and the people who own the rights, and I don't think they're that creative, the people who own Harry Potter and run like what kinds of things come out of Harry Potter. Because on the flip side, do you know there's multiple Steven Universe RPGs?
What?
And they're very good.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, there's I saw a couple days ago, Frame Fatales was running Games Done Quick style speedrunning marathon. One of their last games was Steven Universe Save the Light, I think is what it's called, which is like the sequel to another Steven Universe Light game, but they are straight up RPGs where you take your party around. It's very much like Paper Mario. It's Paper Mario style RPGs that expand on the Steven Universe worlds, and they're really good.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's nice to hear like a tie-in to something that's like, oh yeah, it's actually like good on its own terms.
And it's also a small enough production that it like made perfect sense that it looks and feels the way it does, but it also ends up looking and feeling extremely clean because the people who made it are really good. And
Though
so,
what I can, Though what I can recommend for someone who's like, oh yeah, I want like, Harry. Well, okay, so Chucklefish has that like magical school RPG sim that's like a mystery right now called Spellbound. Like the creator, the studio, Stardew Valley, so that has potential. Again, there's like, it's very mysterious as to like what you can still do. I mean, there's been teasers of it, but it's still very vague as to like what the extent of the gameplay is. But knowing what Stardew Valley is like, I'm sure there's like going to be like a lot of cool things involving like, oh yeah, maybe making stuff, like that'd be cool, like making spells or whatever. So that's something to look forward to. But yeah, there has been a rumor, I think, though, of an actual like Harry Potter licensed big game thing, but I'm not sure what else beyond that. But there's a bunch of like magical school adventure type things out there otherwise to satiate yourself if you need it that badly.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Alright, Anonymous asks, best scene involving human urine in a video game?
Yeah.
piss questions.
I'm
Okay.
sad that I've already answered this during this episode.
Obviously from Metal Gear Solid 2, when Raiden gets pissed on, that was pretty great.
Fucking yeah, that's right. It's in the same series. There's just a lot of urine.
Don't say in the same series, because I mean, if you're talking about Death Stranding, because if you say that, there's a lot of people that are all like, "Oh, Death Stranding is Metal Gear Solid Zero" for some fucking reason.
No, yeah, not what I meant at all. Just
be fucking careful.
I forgot that Kojima has already played with piss often.
Yes, because it's funny.
It's
and
fucking funny.
Remember when? Do you remember when Otacon pissed himself in front of Snake, and then like by the end of that game, they were pretty much dating? That's pretty good.
Yep. There's the Witness.
Everyone.
The Witness has a little bit of piss in it, and that's
is it in
funny
the game
as hell.
or it might as well be in the game.
It's a part of it, maybe.
Yeah, it's in the DNA.
Oh, God.
When I think of peeing in games, I think of like how that's like the big thing in The Sims that really like in all games that's like the thing that's like, oh shoot, my Sims gotta pee, and then they can pee themselves if you just fuck up and don't help them get to the toilet, or if you remove the toilet because you're that sadist, whatever, who's like, I want to just kill my Sim, like that's a thing in The Sims. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of, like, in terms of significant peeing being, like, an actual, like, important thing in the game. Like, I think of The Sims for some reason at first, because everyone knows about that, right?
I want to keep going down this rabbit hole. Is there any dog games that... Because that's a frequent flyer of games with piss in it. Would be, like, a game where he plays a dog.
Yeah.
With dogs in it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like pet raising simulations, a lot of pee, I'm sure. Nintendogs. I played like a bunch of those as a kid. Too, like they're like edutainment games on the CD-ROM. Like, there's like a lot of pet raising sims.
I'm still gonna go back to No More Heroes. You save the game while sitting on a toilet. So.
Yes,
but it doesn't imply peeing, right? Not always.
There's no sounds. There's no like audio, but
so I can't confirm.
I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes you just gotta sit on the toilet.
That's true.
Because that's all you have.
Yeah,
and I'm glad
there's a toilet flush when you're done saving.
So, but doesn't mean pee. Like it could be like something else. Right?
Well, I mean, part of that is
what else comes out. I don't get it. Okay, never mind.
Part of having to sit on the toilet is also like, if there's someone else that can hear you, it's like, I gotta make sure that nobody thinks I'm just sitting on the toilet.
True.
So you gotta do the cover flush.
There's the cover flush or just the accidental flush.
Yeah.
Like you sat down and you didn't go to the bathroom, you thought you had to.
It's an auto flush.
And then you flush and you're like, damn it, I didn't even do anything. Oops.
Yeah. It happens.
I don't know.
I think he's always pissing when he's doing that because when he gets up, he goes like, and I'm like, that's
a
the piss feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't go
Okay.
when you shit. You're like, ugh. Or maybe that's just me.
If you do, and if you get relief from it, you usually get up and go, wow.
Yo.
The sound you make. I feel lighter. My pants fit. Wow.
Let's see here.
After the flush, you don't look down and say, wow. That's a little...
How'd that color happen?
Down, you don't have to look at what that was. There you go. Wow.
Anonymous asks, what's a game you had when you were younger that you regret selling / getting rid of? I had Xenosaga and got rid of it because it started out kind of dull and I hate myself deeply for it. I had a lot of PS1 games that I got rid of. I'm upset about that. Honestly, just like a lot of my old games. I had Monster Rancher 3 and 4, and those games together are worth $200, so I wish I had those still.
That's true. I got rid of, or maybe I was renting it or something. I got rid of Cubivore for the GameCube.
Oh, shit.
Which was a game I really loved. Or, like, suddenly I couldn't find it after that. There were a couple of games where I feel like I lost them somewhere along the way. That game's incredible. There was also Dot Hack.
Those games are expensive.
PS1 Dot Hack
one?
game. I lost that. I don't know where it went. That was when like GameFly was big, and you could rent games online, and it was a revolution. But
there was there was a game for the PS2 called Magic Pen Gel, and that's coming to mind because I think it was the first time I ran into a game with that mechanic where it's another like monster catching, monster fighting sort of game, and you drew and made your monsters. So as you progress throughout the game, you actually got more drawing abilities or like drawing skills and artistic skills. Like basically you got more pigment, air quote pigment, or types of brushes to like be able to like make more parts for your monster. So in the beginning, you can only make this like kind of silly, dumb, like bare, minimalist Pikachu. I don't know. thing in the beginning because you had such a limitation in like and literally the pigment you had to make these monsters. And it was a very basic game. It was like definitely, looking back, like I can definitely recall like it had like weird licensing like and like script decisions around like in the English because they didn't know what to probably do with it because this is a very Japanese game for what it's worth. It's very like Ghibli like Studio Ghibli like the way that like you're on an island and all that, and like even the art style harkens to that kind of very like to that house style that Studio Ghibli has. It also had a sequel at some point. I never played the sequel, but otherwise, this seemed like it was a series that these developers were trying to put out, but it never really hit momentum in terms of big success. But it was very unique at that time, and like it's like essentially a rare obscure game, and I got rid of that over time.
I had to look it up because I literally felt like I misunderstood what you said. But Magic Pen Gel is the name of the game. And it
the quest for color, yes.
It is a Studio Ghibli collaboration.
Yeah.
That was made by Taito and Garakuda Studio. This is a very Japanese role-playing game. And it looks cute as hell.
I don't know what Taito is a developer, but they're mostly a publisher. Like the weird thing about Taito is they've done a lot with like puzzle games and all that, but I don't in terms of like a full
Mr.
game
Driller
like that, I can't really name
a lot of those arcade games.
Somewhere John, like I just had like some games that were not Pendulum would be considered obscure, but like some other titles that kind of increased in became lost or increased in value because of their rarity today. That I was like, oh man, I wish I had that. Not even for like the selfish sake of like, oh, money. Like it'd just be nice to say, oh, I have this rare thing. Like it's like, oh yeah, I have this thing, and that's cool. That it's like special because it's like hard to find now.
Apparently, his development studio just made this game, and they were like a extension of Ghibli when Ghibli was trying to get into video games.
Yeah, and that. An early record of it, but other than that.
Let me tell you about a PC game called Lego Loco.
What?
I think I know what that is.
it is a Lego PC game. And all it is it's like a sandbox where you just pick up like you have a little Lego box, and you just place down like prefabricated buildings, and you make like a tiny little Sim City, but like with Lego people. But that's all it is. It's just like the sandbox element. There's no like depth to the gameplay outside of like building up like whatever kind of city you want. Very simple, but it had this railroad mechanic where you could like build like railroads and have like little Lego trains, and you could send them like basically to other worlds, which were just like off of the sides of the play area. And it had like this little studio where you could create like little postcards that had like a bunch of like little stuff in it, kind of like a Kids Picks kind of thing, but light. And you could stick the postcards on the trains and they would send them out. And you would often get some back from like just pre-generated
like
stuff.
Animal Crossing.
I don't remember if this game had internet connectivity in it. I think it wasn't, but it kind of gave the illusion that it had it at the very least. Mm-hmm. It's just a very simple, fun, like Lego game. And it was just really fun to play as a kid, but it was at my grandparents' house.
Like Locomotive. It's a choo-choo Lego game.
Yeah.
Which sounds cute as hell.
Choo-choo Lego game. So, but like one of the things was like, they would have like little Lego people that would come out of the buildings. So like if you made like a pizzeria, it would like often spawn like the teenager like Lego kid who's like on a skateboard, and like depending on which buildings you make, like it'll spawn different characters, and every time you pick them up, they would make like little noises, and those I can still like hear them in my mind.
Oh,
so.
These are deep cuts. They're really nice and beautiful.
Yeah, it's just a nice, simple game, but it was at my grandparents' house and never could like find it again.
Oh, Anonymous, these questions are so good.
Mm-hmm. All right. That will do it for this week. Thank you all for sending in questions. And as usual, thank you folks for being on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. Is there anything that you all would like to plug before I wrap up?
Well, I don't want to plug anything. I just really, very quickly, Spencer, how do you beat Jupiter Junction? Krill's asking.
Oh.
In Wareframe.
Which one is that again?
The Jupiter Junction. Jupiter's really hard for everything Krill's been saying.
Like getting the one where you get yeah, you got to kill Valkyr, the lady who has infinite health and can just like get a bunch of armor.
Yeah, that sounds right. Mm-hmm.
Basically, the short quick answer is get Rhino, use the armor skill, and then just like wail on her. And whenever your armor runs out, just use more armor.
Yep. Okay. Perfect. That's my plug.
Yeah. Okay. That's it.
My only plug is that for those peeing tonight, remember to wash your hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's your Chooch homework. Hydrate and wash your hands after you pee.
If you drank at the beginning of the podcast, you probably have to pee by now. So, yeah, there you go.
And if you didn't, you better.
I'm going to go make something grow. I'll see y'all later.
All right.
Welcome to episode 69-2.
All right. And also, as usual, we have our Twitter at VGCC. VideoGameChuchu.tumblr.com is our Tumblr. Come hang out with us on the Discord server, thegamezone.zone. We got plenty of fun and happy people to hang out with you every night and every day. Thank you, Melt Channel, for our theme song Crush off of the album Magic is Real. You can listen to Melt Channel at meltchannel.bandcamp.com or their more current stuff at Magic Circuit on Spotify. And also we have our Patreon, patreon.com/VGCC, where we are releasing stuff a whole week early for everyone to enjoy. Go ahead and watch Rose and I play Spyro the Dragon. You can hear me and Elvie, as well as Rose and Trixie on Shuchigatari Unlimited Train Works. And more new stuff is always on the way. So make sure you check that out. And if you don't want to be a patron, just check out all of our free stuff, too. We have a new episode of X-Chum up as well, for those of you that want to see those all nice and edited. And that should do it. Yeah, that should do it. Thanks again for listening, and we will be back next week with another episode of the Video Game Choo Choo Podcast. So long.